Last time we finally said goodbye to the dingy old floor as we grouted the whole damn thing, and the tiles are just looking so beautiful. So we went from this moldy hellhole to this beautiful new floor, and the kitchen is really starting to shape up. So I hope you guys are ready to join us as we are so close to getting this kitchen finished. We have got the last things that we need from IKEA. Everything is just going smoothly and we have enjoyed the ride, the ups and downs and everything in between. So welcome to my ordinary life and welcome to the kitchen reno saga. Hi everybody, welcome to my ordinary life. We are back here with the kitchen reno. As you just saw in the clips, I have turned this beautiful piece of wood with my best mate Michael into this beautiful shelving unit. And this shelving unit is gonna go in the windowsill here in the kitchen. But before we do that and go into the video, I just wanna ask you, why not subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell and the like button. It really helps me out a great big deal and you get to be part of the ordinary army. We're really trying to hit 100 subs at this point, and I have no idea what date this is at this point, because this kitchen reno, I needed to take a bit of a break from it to, you know, just step back and relax a little bit, because we have a fully functional kitchen now. But let's get back into it. So in this vlog, it's probably going to be the last one in the series, where we're going to finish all of the last touches around the place and paint some of the cabinets and really get all the finishing touches in there. So let's actually stain this shelf that I have so beautifully crafted myself and get that ready to get into the windowsill. I have this beautiful oil here for the wood. This is a home mixture, so this is actually a mixture of two oils that I really liked, that Michael also used at his home. So we're gonna use this oil to try and stain this wood and get it really nice and beautiful. Then we're gonna let it dry, and then we're gonna stain it again to get a very natural look. This is pine wood. So if you haven't worked with timber before, pine is a very light wood. It's probably one of the cheapest, but I got this for free and I have just really nurtured it and taken care of it, and we're gonna stain it and it's gonna look so beautiful in the space here. So let's stain. Now, staining wood actually takes a lot longer than I initially thought. So it took a couple of days to fully stain this and have it be the color that I wanted it to be. But as you can see here, it already just took on a completely new color, and I didn't even shake the can like I was supposed to. So I corrected that afterwards, but I think it's gonna look good. Good morning, everybody. We are back here. It has taken a couple of days to give our shelving unit some oil here, but I think the results look really good. So it has this very weathered look, which is perfect. So while this dries, this has gotten the last coat. There are some few things that we need to tackle in the kitchen. This drywalling here, we need to level this off already, put on a marker so we know where to cut, so it becomes level, because we're actually going to have a border here. Now, this is not the wood that we're going to use, but there's going to be a border of wood paneling like so, and it's going to go up the wall. So we are really in the final stretches here to finish all of the last detailing. So A lot of this stuff I'm just gonna show on time lapses so you guys can actually get a look at it, because there's a lot of like little small details that we need to do, and I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And we have queued the time lapse. Now the reason that I'm doing this as a time lapse is because there were so many of these little small odd jobs that I needed to do so we could actually finish up the whole thing. Now we fixed up the plasterboard, and there was a plasterboard here that I also needed to fix up so we could put in the edging that is going in the corners. I needed to fix the electricity here and make sure that that had something to stick onto. So there was just a lot of these smaller back and forth things, but we made it work in the end, and I think it looks really, really good. Now, Michael did actually have to come in and fix this this outlet, because I screwed it on wrong and then I couldn't get it to stick, and I didn't know why. So I just moved on to the next job. Now we have this edging paneling here, which had to go in lots of different places. I screwed in a shelving unit here, which is going to be painted, and there's going to be borders on it, so everything just fits in. But it was just a lot of these smaller jobs that needed to be done before we could actually move on, and there was not a lot of space in here. And then I had to go in and actually cut this down a little bit, because now the shelving was too big. So it was just a lot of back and forth, but this kind of closed off the day. So let's head on to the next one. Good morning to a new day. As you probably just saw, I have just put up the tiles behind the induction hub. I think it looks so good. I'm super excited. So what we're gonna do today, we're going to build another shelf, because I have decided, along with Martin, that the shelf that we just gave oil to, it is so pretty. It looks so rustic, and that's exactly what we needed and what we wanted. That we're actually going to use that as the base for the window seal, and then I'm going to build another one. So I went out to buy another slab of wood. It's very long, very heavy, but we're going to cut that down so we can actually get the shelving unit that's going to go in the window as well, ready to go, because that also needs to be sanded down and get some oil so it matches everything. So let's cut that. We got the new window seal installed here. I think it looks so good. So there is still a little bit of drying, you can tell on camera as well, to do with the oil, but I think it looks so good. So we're gonna have one matching one of this go up here from this point all the way over across, so we can actually have a nice window seal down here and a shelving unit on top as well, where we can put stuff. But I think it looks so good, and I really love the rustic look of it with all of the like bruises that it has, and the oil has given it this real nice color to it. So it just looks weathered but still clean and new. So yeah, don't mind the mess. It is a day filled with projects. So we have the window seal installed. The tiles behind me are drying, and I think personally it looks really good. So I still have over here in the corner where I need to cut up some tiles for that, but we actually need some more of the concrete to attach it, so I don't have any more of that. Next thing that we're gonna do is the lighting situation. These lights have served their purpose. We actually bought some new lights and I'm gonna paint them, so let me show you guys that one. The whole thing with this makeover renovation of the kitchen is we're trying to do something extraordinary with the build itself and trying to really upscale it so it looks nothing like the thing before and it looks really high-end and expensive. But we're doing all of that on a budget. And doing stuff like this on a budget means that we have to use the cheapest materials that we can find in places where it makes the most sense. Lighting is very, very expensive. It's probably one of the more expensive posts in a renovation like this, along with all the hardware and stuff like that. But we found these really inexpensive lights in IKEA. They're called I would probably in Danish call them krusnate, which is probably the most close to Swedish that we're gonna get, but they're called krusnate or krusnate in English, I would probably imagine. These were so inexpensive, but they give off great light. We have these in our bathroom as well. We have one of these in the bathroom, and they just give off a really, really nice light. So what we're gonna do, because white doesn't really go with the whole theme inside of the kitchen, spray paint it. This is a matte black spray paint, as you can see. We're gonna spray paint this. I have 3 packages of these. So I have one here, 2 more here. We're gonna spray paint all of them so we can actually, hopefully by later today, this has dried and we can install these new lightings, because we don't actually have any good lighting in the kitchen as of now. So let's go ahead and spray paint this. Now we just need to wait for these to dry. They probably will have to get one more coat, so I can also get the other side of it. But I think it looks good, and it's gonna be good with this very matte look. Some of them have some edges on it, or like a little crackling in the paint, because I haven't done anything to these. I haven't primed them, but that's okay. It's totally in line with the style. So while we wait for these, let's go in and tackle another thing. It is a little later in the day and it is completely dark inside of the house here because I have just turned off the breaker. I did the little song that we learned from the Sorry Girls. We're ready to tackle the lights here. And they're also very dusty, but we're ready to tackle the lights. I have my lights down here. They're all painted. They look so good in this matte black, so that's super exciting. And I think we're just gonna start getting these up. Being the self-taught handyman that I am, lighting is not actually that difficult. I will say though, it is very important that you remember to turn off the breaker and just do the little song, because it really does help. That being said, the thing with putting up electrical is that you just really have to make sure that you put the cords into the right places. And I did have to have Martin come and light it up a little bit because I couldn't see anything. The camera fortunately does make the picture a lot brighter than it was, because it was actually very dark inside of the kitchen. But once I had it attached, you just have to attach this lighting onto the little bracket and then screw it on sideways, and then turn it, and then it is on. And of course, just to make sure, we
wanted to see if the light would actually turn on, which it did, and that made me super happy. So it was on to the next one. Now, these two lightings that I'm working on right now are going to be right next to each other by the bigger countertop. And then we're going to have a lighting over by the stovetop, kind of in the middle of the room, but kind of pointing down towards the stovetop. And then we're going to have some lights underneath the cabinet with the stovetop eventually, but not in this round.
Okay, you can turn it on.
3, 2, 1.
Oh my god. I love it. Look at the lighting. Oh, it's so good. Yeah. Do you like it, baby?
Yeah, I do.
Huh? It's really good. And I think you can see one behind me here that we painted them black. Actually, it made them look super expensive, which was exactly what we wanted. As I said outside, we're trying to do this on a budget, but we still wanted to look high end. And I think painting them black like this was the right move. They look super expensive and the lighting in here is so good. And I have lighting over my induction hob again, which is super good. So there's gonna be lighting underneath the cabinet as well. This was just so necessary and it looks so good. I think the effect is super cool. The lighting is also, it's a very soft light, which is perfect for this space with the materials that we're working with.
And once again, I have completely underestimated the amount of time everything takes to do, dry, and so on. So this is actually going to be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Remember to like, subscribe, and share the video. Become a part of the Ordinary Army. And I will see you guys after my little monologue in the next one.
So I think that's it for me today. I might just paint the back wall before I go to bed, but that's it for me today. So I will see you guys tomorrow.